Imagine for a moment that the world you have built, your career, your relationships, your comfort, suddenly vanishes. Imagine that every pillar you lean on for support is kicked away at the same time. Most people in this situation would shatter. They would spiral into panic, blaming the world, the economy, or their luck. They would wait for someone to save them. But there is a different way to live. There is a mindset born thousands of years ago in the rugged hills of Laconia. But it is more relevant today than ever before. It is called the Spartan mindset. It is the art of not just surviving the storm, but becoming the eye of the storm. To the Spartan, peace is a time for training, and war is a time for execution. When everything goes wrong, the Spartan does not see a tragedy. They see a graduation ceremony. They see the moment they were built for. Let me tell you about a man named Leon. Leon wasn't a soldier. He was a husband, a father, and a small business owner. In a single year, Leon lost his business to a fire, his home to a bank, and his health to a chronic illness. He was surrounded by ruins. His friends looked at him with pity, waiting for him to break. But Leon had been practicing what the ancient Stoics called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. He had spent his years of prosperity intentionally practicing hardship. He had taken cold showers when the water was hot. He had fasted when his cupboards were full. He had slept on the floor when he had a soft bed. Why? Because he knew that comfort is a drug that makes the soul soft. He knew that if he only felt strong when things were easy, he wasn't actually strong. He was just a hostage to his circumstances. When the disaster hit, Leon didn't cry. Why me? Instead, he looked at the ruins and said, "Finally, a challenge worthy of my training." He realized that while the bank took his house and the fire took his shop, they could not touch his phase over anti-Fe. They could not take his ability to choose his next action. Leon's secret, the Spartan secret, is the understanding that adversity is the only true forge of fortitude. In the modern world, we are taught to seek happiness as the absence of struggle. But the Spartan knows that happiness without struggle is hollow. True fulfillment comes from the knowledge that you are capable of thriving in the dirt. It comes from the discipline of maintaining your internal order when the external world is in chaos. When everything goes wrong, your brain's first instinct is to look at the big picture of the disaster. This leads to paralysis. The Spartan mindset ignores the big picture. It zooms in with a terrifying focus on the phoenix strike move. If you are broke, you don't worry about the debt of next year. You focus on the work of the next hour. If you are grieving, you don't worry about the loneliness of a lifetime. You focus on the breath of the next minute. You reduce the world to what you can control. This is how you reclaim your power. This is the core of Stoicism. Life will be unfair. People will betray you. Luck will run out. These are the externals. They are indifferent. What matters is your internals, your character, your response, and your wavering commitment to your own standards. A Spartan does not need a soft bed to be a good person. A Spartan does not need a full bank account to be a man of integrity. If your character depends on your circumstances, you have no character, you only have a mask. When everything goes wrong, it is an opportunity to take off the mask. It is a chance to see who you really are when the lights go out. Are you a victim, or are you a sentinel? Thriving in the midst of chaos requires a radical shift in perspective. You must learn to love the struggle, not because you are a masochist, but because you realize that the struggle is the only thing that separates the wheat from the chaff. Every problem is an invitation to practice a virtue: patience, courage, grit, and silence. To build the Spartan mindset, start today. Do not wait for a crisis, practice voluntary hardship. Do the thing you fear. Say no to the easy pleasure. Speak the truth when it's uncomfortable. The goal is to reach a state where you can look at a total collapse of your life and smile. Not because you are happy it happened, but because you know that you are bigger than anything that can happen to you. You are a fortress. The walls may be battered, the gates may be charred, but the throne room, your mind remains untouched. You are the master of your soul. When the world tries to break you, it is merely checking to see if you are made of glass or made of steel. Glass shatters. Steel is tempered by the fire. So let the world do its worst. Let the plans fail. Let the storm rage. You are a Spartan. You don't ask for a lighter burden. You ask for broader shoulders. You don't seek a life without problems. You seek a spirit that can conquer them all. Now, stand your ground. The battle has begun. Thrive.